Hello. Welcome to Old Gray Bricks. It is a messy Monday. It is the last Monday of May as we're heading into summer. It is Memorial Day, so
Happy Memorial
Day. Did you have Memorial Day in Canada?
No, we had Victoria Day last Monday.
Victoria Day. Oh, okay. I got you. What do you do on Victoria Day?
Drink. It's the May 2-4. That's what we call it. I was actually visiting JD, so I was just driving back 4 hours from visiting her that day. But you know,
I love the fact that you actually call it a 2-4 because that's what they say.
It falls on the. It usually falls on the weekend closest to the May 24th. So that's the other part. But it's also everybody opens their cottages and heads up north, and all that stuff.
I got you.
They're trying to get away from all that hot Canadian May weather, right?
Yep.
Yeah, what is the temperature in Canada right now?
Well, I'll tell you in Canadian temperatures, it's about 27 right now, Celsius, which works out to low 80s, I guess.
it's like mid-60s here. That's crazy.
Yeah, we're keeping it all for ourselves this year.
That we just wanted it. We wanted you to enjoy the humidity and the love here.
Oh, we have no humidity. It's just warm.
Oh, no humidity. Well, that's
no, we're good there.
We have a bit of that. Ant Bandit is here. He was first. Yes, Ant Bandit was first. Better Bricks is here. Brian Anderson. Hello. How are you? How are y'all this evening? We have some more friends hopefully going to show up, but this is a great group. Most of us, 3 of us, have gotten our lug bulk. I don't think lug bulk has arrived in Canada. Has it?
It's arrived, but I haven't gotten it yet. I probably won't get it till after Brickworld.
That's right.
Space.
I do that too.
25.
I have 50, but the funny thing is, right here on the back on my shelf, the orange spacemen are sitting there, and I've given some away and all that stuff as gifts and everything. I still have a slew of them. A literal slew. So, hey, Ant Bandit. Yeah, mid-60s, and that's not going to last. I'm just going to go ahead and say right now, it's not. It'll be poaching weather outside soon, so don't worry about that. Hey, Ant Bandit. Yes, Soviet Space Army. So that's the rumor that when Lego made the first classic space, the white were the American whatever, and the reds were Russians. And they were on missions together with their smiley faces and all peace and everything like that. Oh, what is that? You're muted, by the way.
My drug deal with the lug. And then I swear I ordered some pants, but I can't see. Hold on. There we go.
Pants
for those guys.
Oh, cool. You get the Falcons. I see.
I got both.
Sweet. I ordered no castle people, so shock.
Lots of space folks, so I want to diversify.
Speaking of space castle folks, there we go. There's Intense. Hello, Intense.
I also have a bag full of castle that I haven't opened yet.
Your mom's a bag full of castle. Is that a pick a brick order?
Yeah, I got to pick a brick order in. That's mostly castle parts. So
For those in my lug, I got 10 extra noggins. So if anybody in our lug is missing a percentage of their Lego smiley faces, I have 10 extra. So I'm going to post that to the board right now.
I was missing 3 red backpacks, but I have a few of those, so I just, used my own. It's all right.
Stole them off the Spirius guys, and you're like,
no, I mean, I've got red backpacks from the original red space dudes that their Corsos are so faded and worn or whatever. I just put the backpacks on the new dudes. But I had forgotten how much I had ordered of profile brick.
200 Black Falcons. Jeez. Well, how many? What do you got there?
I ordered apparently a ton of the bricks, the profile bricks. So I got a bunch of dark gray. I got a bunch of 1x4s in gray. And then I got a bunch of 1x4s and 1x2s in nougat. Evidently, I'm going to be building a nougat building.
I was going to say, you sound like that should have been like Matthew and I's pick list with the nougat and the profile bricks.
Yeah, but last year I started building all that stuff for my City of Lanterns, and I really like the profile bricks. And I figured, well, maybe I'll do some of those. And, I also got some dark tan bricks too, so I got a bunch of those. And then also a couple months back, I built the Chinese restaurant to go in our club town display. So in the interest of maybe building a couple of things to put in our town display, possibly, I have a bunch of profile bricks that I can do something with. And I also bought some other stuff that's more suitable to space building. So I got a lot of the I bought a lot of these guys, the little 2-plate high, the new 2-plate high thing. I got a whole bunch of those. I bought a whole bunch of these little guys.
You get the double curvy tile.
I did. I got a bunch of those. I got the half circle tile with the jumper stud in the center.
Those right there.
What's the double curvy tile?
It looks like a pill. It's the.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Sorry, because there's the other one that's missing the opposite corners. The new one. It's a 2x2, but it's missing. It's got a quarter round taken out of 2 of the corners.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you meant at first. I'm like, wait, that one wasn't out yet. How'd you get that?
Yeah, got a bunch of those.
Yep. Well, it's amazing now, and I'll just be straight up and honest, and maybe y'all can corroborate. And we talked about this before we got on. I have a ton of the last 3 years of lug bulk that I participated in. I think there's probably 90% of it sorted in its bags. I got a special place for it over there, and I go to it on occasion. But honestly, I haven't really built with my lug bulk like I guess I should. There's some pieces I have, and some pieces I burn through really fast, like snot bricks. I think I need to get more snot bricks than anything else and everything. So you're saying you would prefer to get what? What do you prefer to get through it?
Foliage. Sorry, that was muted. I get do you remember all those claws that I had in the pine trees in the owl house? That was 1,600 claws. 1,200 came from my bulk lug of last year. Then Matthew loaned me out 400 of his. And I bought another 3,000 this year, with 400 of which went straight to Matthew. I bought a ton of the new sand green pieces. I bought the olive 3-piece leaf. I bought the dark blue 3. It's just so much cheaper because it takes forever for those items to get kind of price. And when you want to make like a big full tree, you need a lot of them. And it's just bulk lug has been the cheapest way to get it.
I got a jet. Sorry. But goodbye from Canada.
Bye.
See you, man.
I'll see you later. I should be there on Thursday, or here on Thursday. See you guys.
See you, man. Now it's just 3 of us.
I know.
And we're beholden to whenever Natalie feels like going to bed.
Well, it is a holiday. We can end early.
A little more flexible, but
I mean, Chris and I can sit here and make mom jokes for about a half an hour. So,
mom jokes or mom jokes?
What I did actually buy some foliage, Mare, since you were shaming me about it. I did actually get some, but I got the smaller types to make like small plant kind of.
Yeah,
you know, I got the dark green.
I got about like 300 or 400 of those each.
And I got some of the bamboo.
Yeah, I got like those too.
So I got these because when I do my little buildings for City of Lanterns, I have like little small plant things.
Little bamboo plants, yeah.
So that was
the Metropolis of Lanterns.
It is a Metropolis of Lanterns. So
not
Metropolis.
The bamboo, have they reinforced that? Because I remember how brittle it used to be back when those bamboo came out the first time in the 2000s from the Star Wars stuff. Leaves would pop off of those like big time.
I don't know.
Are they still fragile?
I have no idea, but I mean, I haven't bought those in a long time. So I'll have to see because I have all the old ones. Yeah, I think we bought some of those at Bulk Lug ages ago too. Probably on Brian's first one.
I don't know how many years has Peach Lug / Dixie Lug been doing Lug Bulk? Because they were doing it before I got back active, I think, but I can't remember.
I don't know because Brian did it the first year without me because I wasn't in the lug, so I don't know. And that was like they had just gotten it back, so I don't know.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I don't know that we've been doing it all that long.
Yeah, I know that you didn't, Mark. You didn't do one of the ones that I did because I got parts. You did not get parts.
I did not. Well, I did not participate in 2020 because that's when you got all the orange space figures.
Space
figures. And was that the year we also got all the caution stripe?
Yes, there was a printed caution stripe year.
Yeah, because I think I kind of traded out some of those. So. But I mean, I still got a ton, and I got a ton of those. You would figure you would use a bunch of those, but I don't. I used maybe one or two in a mock and everything. So I got a ton of Lug Bulk sitting over there. But it'll stay here to rules.
Tiles. I mean, foliage.
And it doesn't seem like it's going to be that much longer before we start the order process up again. So. But I guess $250, you're getting a big ton of bricks versus, buying sets and stuff. So let's see. Foliage is good. All right. Anything else? We can talk about our friends. If you have follow Matt on Falconer, was it Falconer 18? Is that right?
17, 18. I don't remember these.
Somewhere around there. 220, 221.
He never puts his name on the bottom of the screen, so we don't know what his social is. Sorry. Because he's always changing his name to something jokey, and it's like, dude, nobody's going to know what to follow you on Insta or whatever. So
that's true. But if you do follow him, and if you follow Dana, they now have the War of the Giant Mosaics, and they're both hyper impressive. Maybe I'll share the screen and everything, but Dana, he made it. The thing is 10 foot tall, and both are striking. But Dana's all of a sudden is like, wow, that's a big showpiece. So let me see if I can pull them up there.
While Chris is working on that, I picked up the Baby Rocket spaceship set yesterday. Very cool.
Thank you.
This set actually has a lot of neat parts in it. If this goes on sale, I can see myself buying more of this just because it has a lot of just a really nice assortment of pieces, a lot of useful, especially for a space builder. A lot of good parts in this, a lot of nice little bright light orange curved bits and things. It's got the green window.
Is yours a little milky compared to the other like mine is?
Oh, yeah, it looks a little. It does.
Just a tad.
But yeah, there's just all kinds of nice little parts in this set. So
it's Falconer 18, by the way.
And as a set, it looks pretty cool. It's kind of a neat spaceshipy design.
All right. Let me see if Matt.
Well set up.
Yeah. All right. Let me share some screens.
Minifigure Collector is asking if Mayor finished the Sailor Scouts.
Yeah, I feel like I finished those a long time ago. All 9. Including
Nice.
Chibi. I didn't make Chibi Chibi, but I made Chibi Moon. Don't ask me about Chibi Chibi. We're not doing Chibi Chibi.
I know nothing about what that means. So, all right. So we were going to share this and everything, but anyway, there's Matt's. Let's see. I don't think I can make that any bigger. There is Matt's very large, amazing mosaic, and he's taken it to Chicago, where the original painting resides and everything like that. And so it's super amazing. Huge showstopper piece there, and make sure everybody's seeing that. Pretty much pixel for pixel, dot for dot with the painting, which is great.
You could blow it up a smidge bigger.
Enhance.
Enhance. No.
Next time, Matthew just needs to like put it in front of the garage, because a person is a person, but I'm just prepping you there. A garage is a garage, but his lengthwise may be like a single side of a garage, which is impressive.
Yeah, but then Dana.
You have Dana's ready? Oh, you do. Okay.
Did it switch finally? Yeah, there it is. So then Dana has himself standing by his David Bowie and
in front of his garage.
So we think Dana's taking his house with his garage to support this at Brick World and everything. So yeah, that's true. Battery power bricks. But I guess he had told us it was 10 foot tall, but 10 foot tall doesn't look that tall until you put 10 foot tall. Dana is not a short fellow.
Right.
So. Well, I'm sorry. What was that, Pink Wheels?
I was gonna say, yeah, right, Dana. It's really 10 foot tall. You're just, when you see it, you believe it, and now I'm believing it.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, our lug representing at Brick World has gone from moon base to mosaics and new sashimi or whatever you guys are.
Hashima.
Ahsoka. All right, there we go. We're sharing information now. So.
Actually, it's Hashima. Not Hashima. It's Hashima.
I come from South Japan. It's Hashima.
It's not Petit Le Mans. It's not Petit Le Mans. It's Petit Le Mans. I love that.
Well, that's okay. Over in Augusta, there's a little town called Martinez. It's not Martinez. It's Martinez. So,
we also have Villarica.
Yeah, we do. Hey, Matica, sorry.
New sashimi.
New sashimi. Adobe. That is from Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure, and that's one of my favorite things. Jan Hicks plays the tour guide for the Alamo, and she says, "Can you say Adobe?" So, Baby Rocket.
I vaguely remember that part.
He's cute. He's adorable.
We got Jeep.
All right, Pink Wheels, why don't you just tell us what you're building and what you're prepping for Brick World? Okay.
When you think of 80s cyberpunk terrible movies, what movies do you think
of? Weird Science.
That's not cyberpunk. That's like teenage stuff.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So I have this evil corporation tower, and I had to name it something. And when you think evil corporation and cyberpunk, I think RoboCop and OCP and that terrible great movies that was. So I am getting very close to finishing this off. I'll try to. It's not super tall, but the katakana up top stands for OCP. So it's nice. My evil OCP building. That's a nice aqua and teal. We're bringing the Friends colors to Cyberpunk. So
nice.
And I got the new Friends door frames, but I can't find where I put the doors. So right now it's open air.
Oh, it's a new concept, open air.
And I had to buy like 200 of these, and it's really annoying because I could only buy them on Bricks and Pieces. So, trying to finish this out. Yeah, it's a good question. He might be crushed underneath that mosaic right now, Brick Snaps. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see Fox 5 right outside his neighborhood, and you see a hand hanging out, and then dots are spread out all over the driveway. Yeah. Teal is Rock Raiders.
Yes, Blade Runner is, but I said cheesy, like campy, fun.
Wait. You are talking down about RoboCop. RoboCop contains one of the 4 scenes that gross me out the most, freak me out the most in a movie ever. When dude gets hit by the toxic waste and he comes all and then he gets hit by the cop car and splats up against the windshield.
Yeah,
that freaked me out. It still does to this day.
It's okay. There was a whole person who did a artistic theory on camp and like campy movies and how when movies are so terrible they become camp and they become iconic. I think RoboCop's in that pantheon of camp. No,
I'm trying to think if it's camp or not.
I don't think so because RoboCop is satire, so it's intentionally that way. It's not a movie that it's not a movie somebody was trying to make good and it was accidentally bad and became a cult classic. It's a movie that is satirical.
It's satirical, but it's bad. Like it's so bad.
But it's on purpose. It's Verhoeven.
I'm not talking about like the commercials, which I get. They're trying to be like over the top, terrible, brutal cyberpunk future. I'm talking about like the bad guys and the catchphrases and all that stuff. That's what makes it campy.
You see that guy? He just turned to liquid and windshield wipered off the car. So I mean,
yeah,
he's all melted and dripping, and it was gross.
Yeah, and then what do they call the I can't remember the drug that they were taking that literally looked like Kool-Aid. It was like the set designer's like, man, we need some futuristic drugs. We're out of budget. Just go run down and get some Kool-Aid, and we'll stick it in some vials, some cherry Kool-Aid, because that's what it looked like.
Gosh, I can't remember the name of the drug now. Doggone it.
I can't remember either, but I just remember it was like that punch red Kool-Aid in like a vial or a squeeze tube, and they're like, we ran out of money, man. We blew up too many cars. We, vaporized and liquidized too many people. So just go get Kool-Aid for the drugs, for the futuristic drugs.
The drug was called Nuke, I think.
Nuke, that's it. Yes.
That was RoboCop 2.
I was about to say that's the second one. Yeah.
It's still in the pantheon of camp.
Now, I will say even I would 2 was like, oh, I'm just not.
And then they had the Robo Samurai in RoboCop 3.
See, you watched all of them. I watched 1, and that's it.
I did.
Definitely fits your definition of like it's a bad movie because RoboCop 3 is a bad movie.
Oh, it's like it took everything that was cheesy about the first 2 and amped it up 20 times.
What year did RoboCop 3 come out? I don't remember.
It came out whenever the Japanese are going to take our jobs because Japan actually takes over OCP, I think, in the second or third one. So hence my evil corporation tower is now OCP.
Okay. You're gonna have a mutant guy getting splatted by a Ford Taurus that's been souped up and called a Ford SUX. Are you gonna do that?
I would love to have. I thought it was a Ford show, like a Ford show.
Well, it was a Taurus SHO.
Yeah. I would love to make a Taurus SHO like air car, but I suck at making cars. You know what I'm saying? And Simon has a big rule. It's called the no mech rule. There's no mechs.
That's fun. What were you saying, Mark?
All the police cars in the first movie were Ford Taurus.
Yes, it was awesome.
The big gas guzzler car that the guys wanted was the 6000 SUX.
Okay. Oh, that's right. The SUX, the car in the commercial.
Yeah.
Yes.
With the dinosaur with the.
So they run these racing series called Lemons or Le Chump series where you are only allowed to spend $500 without the safety equipment. So all your safety equipment, your roll bars, your fire extinguisher, your fire suppression system, all your safety stuff doesn't count, but the car itself and everything you put into it has to be $5,000 or less. And you win points for theming. So somebody took a Ford Taurus of that year, painted it like that flat black, put the OCP letters on the side in vinyl, and they got like a RoboCop cutout and put it in the passenger's side. It was
sort of.
And I'm pretty sure it didn't make it.
Really bad movie. Go watch a ripoff of Pacific Rim called Atlantic Rim. It is horrible.
We have a.
Small Paul made me watch that.
It's okay. Small Paul and Natalie's made me watch a lot of terrible movies. A lot.
I mean, Aliens was pretty good. It wasn't bad.
That's not a bad movie, but
that's just not a bad movie. That's not in the pantheon of camp. That's in the pantheon of classic sci-fi.
Terminator 2, I had no idea what was going on.
In Terminator 2?
I had no idea what was happening.
Yeah, I think I remember watching Terminator 2 before I watched Terminator 1 because of my age, and I had no idea. All I knew was Arnold Schwarzenegger was a robot and was protecting the kid, and that was it. I had no idea what was going on.
That's same.
That was 92, right? Was it 92 or 94 when that came out?
Terminator 2 came out in 91.
Was it 91? Okay. Because I remember going to see it. It was a big deal, and it was so good. So.
And I remember, okay, I don't know if you guys remember, it was a show on Nickelodeon called Salute Your Shorts. And there was this obnoxious kid, and he was one of the friends at the party. He was like the main friend at the party. And I just could not get over this kid I'm like, that's the kid from that Nickelodeon show I watch. This is so cool. Anyways.
I love Aliens, Small.
See, you watched a different era of Nickelodeon than I did, so.
And it's even worse now. Natalie watches, like, they made even dumber shows now on Nickelodeon, and I've had to watch them with Natalie, and she's probably going to have her ears burning.
I don't watch Nickelodeon anymore.
We needed an oof me.
Yeah, I actually have seen, I know the show you're talking about because my brother was 12 years younger than I was, so I watched some of that stuff.
There we go. Camp on Wanna. We hold you in our hearts. And I can't remember the rest of the song.
Thank God.
So since Small Paul is hovering, how about we do the Small Paul
Dragon
of the week.
It's the Small Paul Dragon of the week.
So this is the giant monster from the Avengers. We put an extra tail segment on it because
there was a dragon in Avengers?
It's technically not a dragon. It's more like a cybernetic alien.
Space
It
worm.
probably got enhanced by, as you can see, there's like the controls right there. It probably got enhanced with all its weird armor from either Thanos or the High Evolutionary. That's my guess.
That's your guess?
Yeah. It has red for the back of the head. It has a nice segmented tail, so you can do like some like floppy movements or whatever. It has like a weird stinger thing. And the wings are a little bit separate, so you can put them in different poses. I like to make it look like it's like in hovering mode, so I put it like this. But whenever he's just regularly flying, the bottom ones are just a little bit lower than the big ones. Also, he has no eyes.
How does he see then?
Don't ask me!
Does he have like a dolphin sonar?
Gone. He's
okay.
Small Paul out.
Small Paul out.
Small Paul.
No, back in.
Wick.
So that was the Small Paul review. So there you have it.
There it is. It was good. It was fantastic. It was better than Batman.
Which Batman?
Probably the one.
I haven't even seen the new one because I heard it was not great.
I enjoyed the new Batman.
I haven't watched it yet because this guy said I'm not old enough.
Yeah, the bad guy in it's pretty bad.
Oh yeah, I get Natalie to watch the original 1989 Batman, and she says it looks too cheesy. And after about 30 minutes made me shut it off.
I can see that. I will say I am excited that they are making minifig scale vehicles from the original 89 Batman, just because I don't have to spend $400 to get those or a representative of those. So the Batjet.
I'll buy the 89 Batmobile for sure, because I've got a couple of the other Batmobiles on my shelf over here. So I'll get that one.
Yeah. I like the Batwing, although they've done a version of that, but
he has the cool. Old red and black one with the
yeah, buddy, that's the 66 Batmobile.
He has the 66 one with the new one.
Movies from the 1900s are unbearable.
I like
the 1900s.
That's Nick.
Spider-Man.
Yes.
We're talking about Tobey Maguire was the best Spider-Man.
No, that's
1999, wasn't that?
That.
Was it 99 or is it in 2000? I think it was in the 2000s.
In the 2000s.
Statue of Liberty.
That's also
the 3 Spider-Man.
Yeah, that new statue. Jake was all about the new Spider-Man with the Statue of Liberty set and everything. He's all about it. So,
I'm all Tobey Maguire.
2002. There's facts right there.
Okay.
When did that become 21 years ago? Which is what's bizarre to me. So, as we're getting old.
Right.
Mark, you got City Lanterns going to, and you got Small Paul's Bills going to Brick World. You're not building anything else?
No, I haven't really. Wasn't planning on taking anything else. I mean, I haven't really done any big builds. I mean, I spent most of last year working on City of Lanterns, and then I built my Chinese restaurant for our town display, but it's not really like a solo display kind of thing, so I wasn't going to take that. So yeah, that's about it for me for now.
Yeah, we don't like to talk about it being 21 years ago. So
No.
I'm not going to Brick World, so I'm not building anything new. So I am in sort. I have tubs and tubs of bench scrapes from the past 3 years that are. I have cleaned the room. My room is clean for the most part on the floor, and so that is the stack of work for the summer, is to sort all that out. I hope. Probably will sell some that I don't need and stuff like that. So thin the herd a little. Yeah, I remember that too. I remember pictures in Wizard publishing. I remember reading Wizard magazine, comic book magazine, and there was a picture of the wrestling ring. And then they didn't publish that as a set. So, but it would have been cool to. I think it was going to have Macho Man in there. You got me for 3 minutes in the movie, but they didn't.
Well, they did make a set with him with like the ski mask version of his suit, because now that goes for like $100 or something crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. That's kind of scary.
When Natalie gets in moods and she'll want to go back, and she's watched all 3 series, and she's always wanting to watch The Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield, and I don't like it at all. And she's like, but he's the best. And I'm just like, no. I take Tom Holland Spider-Man over Andrew. I'm too cool to be Peter Parker ever. Realistically, Spider-Man.
You really want to help her out. Go back to the 70s Spider-Man show.
Oh, I know. The Japanese one? Spider.
No, not the Japanese ones. I'm talking the ones with Nicholas Hammond as Peter Parker.
I didn't even realize there was a TV show from the 70s. I thought it was just a Japanese one.
I think they shipped the suit over there for them to use, but he has like cheese graters for eyes and everything. But it was darned amazing when I was a kid, because in 77, we didn't have a whole lot. So it was great.
Hey, listen, I'd watch reruns of Wonder Woman all the time during the summer.
I do too, but
that was the height of cheesiness, but it was awesome because it was Wonder Woman.
Yep, Dad never missed an episode of that, and I understand why now.
The TAS version of Joker. What's TAS? Oh, the animated series.
The animated series, yeah. Huh.
Yes.
I haven't even noticed. Let me look at that. Bricks. I don't think I was particularly impressed with the Jack Nicholson version in that Batmobile. I don't know if it captured that or not, but captured him enough.
So I was really bad, and I had $200 of Jeff Bezos points on Amazon. And before the UCS 1989 Batmobile was discontinued, like a month before they had it on Amazon, it was like $250. And I'm like, I got $200 of points. I bought it. I still haven't put it together though. But I love the figs in it. I've seen the figs. My friend has it, and I just think I guess it's my childhood, so I find it, nostalgic, and that's where Lego gets you for the money.
Mm-hmm. All right, so there's that Batman. Yeah, I can see where that kind of looks like.
Yeah.
The Joker from for a 4+ set. That's actually a pretty fun Batmobile. I would be like, yeah, it's cool.
Meh.
But it's like $40 or something crazy like that for 40 pieces, which is crazy. I don't know if that hits Nicholson for me or not. Right there, maybe
he looks too happy. Hey, Brick Buddies, actually, you made me have a thought. If I ask Natalie what is the best Spider-Man series, she's gonna say the Miles Morales. I can't remember the name of the movie. What's the animated movie? Across the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse.
So she likes that one, but then after that, it's for a live action. It's Andrew Garfield, but.
I will say that Jake, while he loves the Tom Holland and all the Avengers, I think he has a secret soft spot for the Miles Morales cartoon. He's super excited for is it this weekend, next weekend when it comes out, or is it this weekend?
It's the 1st of June.
Yeah, so it's next weekend, which we'll go see it. But he's super hyper jazzed for that, and so am I, because those guys made the Lego movie. That's a fantastic movie, and I think they're more directly involved in the sequel. So reviews say it's really good. So it's excellent Spider-Man. Yeah, I don't know if Spider-Ham's in this one, but Spider Kitty is, and so that should be as funny.
I'm still disappointed they didn't make the Spider anime girl with her mech spider set.
Oh yeah, missed opportunities there for sure.
She was so cute.
I bet Natalie might have loved that.
Natalie would have loved that. So that's why I had to buy all of Dana's. When he bought the second whatchamacallit, Bugle, I had to buy. Was it the Bugle? Yeah. Or no? I guess Spider-Ham wasn't in that one. Whatever set that Spider-Ham came in, I had to buy it. I think off Bricklink for like some absorbent amount, like $12. Because she's like, we have to have Spider-Ham.
I think it was the one that had the truck thing, the Jeep thing, whatever.
Yeah, I saw an interview with Mulaney talking about how he got that part. And he was like, they called me and said, come to this building and we've got a part for you. And I'm like, are you kidnapping me? And it's a whole bit where every time he goes into another level of the audition for that part, they're not telling him what he's doing or what movie he's in. And he keeps saying, I think they're kidnapping me. And it's hilarious. It was on, I can't remember which talk show it was. It just came through my TikTok. And that guy's just naturally funny to me anyway. And it was quite hilarious. And he was awesome in that part. So the 4+ set is $27. It's still too expensive for me. Have you ever exposed your daughter to Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends and dealt with the love triangle that could possibly be between Iceman and Spider-Man and Firestar? They talk about it. Like if I try to date her and she says no more Spider friends. It was intense in 1983.
No.
I watched a little bit of that show and it was
Okay, your son is out. Get out. That show is amazing, and don't you say it. Hello, Aubrey. You can jump in and hang out with us.
Yeah. Hey, Aubrey, tag in because I gotta go put Nat to bed. I'm sorry. They're texting me.
All right. Tell Nat we said hello and good night.
Bye, Small Paul. Bye, all.
All right. Wait. You don't like Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends? What is?
No. Wait.
What is wrong with it?
Is it Spidey or just Spider-Man?
No. We're not talking about the new little kids preschool show that is on now. We're talking about the early 80s.
Okay, I've never seen that show.
I think it's on. Isn't it on Disney? Didn't they have that one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. They added a bunch of the old.
It has Spider-Man, Iceman, and Firestar on it.
What?
Firestar is that girl flying above the bugle up there.
Yes, that is correct. The only thing with that one is that the one that's got that's not the X-Men in it full, but there's one episode where the X-Men show up and Wolverine has like a New Zealand accent for some reason, and even though he's Canadian, so
that was kind of weird.
Yep, the Seven Little Superheroes one, that is great because it was like an annual. You get all your superheroes in one episode, so it was amazing. But yeah, you need to watch that, dude. It's cool. I still get freaked out. Do you remember the one with the bees? The swarm where the bees attack people and you turn into bees and they say swarm all the time. That was really creepy for a kid's cartoon in the early 80s. Yeah, we heard that too. Across the Spider-Verse is going to be a Spider-Man from Lego Universe. I hope so. There was a kid like 14 or 15 who reanimated the entire trailer for Across the Universe in Lego, and I think he got some props from the directors and the producers, which is pretty cool.
Correction, Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse. What did I say? Did I say multiverse?
Whatever.
Yes. See, Nick knows all the things. It is the best theme song in cartoon history.
I don't know. I had to say that the Wheeled Warriors theme song is probably pretty high ranking.
Yeah.
The cartoon was crap, but the theme song was pretty great.
Yeah, I wonder what the ratio to amazing theme songs versus crappy cartoons of the 80s 23-minute commercials there were. I will say Pole Position was one of my favorites.
That was a good one.
It was a good one. I like the show. The animation was fantastic in the show. The blue car was amazing.
Yeah, the blue car was great.
But it had zero to do with the game, which I'm like, does that mean that you're talking about the game? Pole Position? The cars don't even look like that in the game. I don't get it.
That the cartoon was some random Japanese anime thing that they just sort of like slapped the name on it and released it in the US.
or they were like Battle of the Planets, were like, we have this really great cartoon, but we want to cut out all the violence, the cursing characters, and any reference to transgenderism. So let's just put an R2-D2 dude in there and have him talk for 15 minutes extra to fill in all the stuff. And I still loved it, but it is hard to watch now. Now, I will grant you that there are some cartoons, Small Paul, that I go back in my childhood, try to watch, and they hurt a lot. And unfortunately, Battle of the Planets, for all its awesomeness, it hurts. Yeah, Aubrey, jump on in here. We'll be in here for a few more minutes.
I just have the thought that some shows have a great intro, but the show itself is trash. And then the intro is trash, but the show itself is awesome. The intro.
That's a good thought.
I feel like basically, you know what I said? Like the intro is great, but the show itself is trash. But then it switches around, and the intro is trash, but the show is great. That's what I feel like right now.
It could happen. So if you watch a show and you're like, this is an awesome theme song, you're like, oh, this is gonna be crap. You know, you just go ahead and write it off, or do you give it a chance?
I watch it. I watch like the first or second episode, or just a little bit of the first. And if I think it's trash, then
you know what would be on topic for our Lego program here is if you give us your thoughts about the Dreams cartoon, since you watched some of it.
Oh, it's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. The animation's actually pretty good.
Okay.
There's not really a plot, I guess. I mean, it's just kids going into like dreams. That's pretty much it. And I have to fight like all these weird like nightmare monsters and all that.
Okay, but do you like the characters?
Yeah, pretty good.
What about the bad guys?
The bad guys there's like this giant monster with like a cage stomach, and that thing is pretty ugly, but also pretty cool.
What about the Nightmare King dude? Is he?
He's ugly. I like the Nightmare Hunter.
The Nightmare Hunter with the hat.
Yeah, with the fedora. He's pretty cool. Paul, do they fumble in their bag? What? I don't know what. I don't know what that means.
I need to give the second episode a watch. I watched the first episode. I'm like, not for me. But what's up?
Yes.
So, does it make you want any of the sets?
Yeah, it actually kind of does.
Oh, which sets do you like?
I'll have to check them. I haven't seen the sets yet.
I showed you all the sets.
I forgot.
You forgot. Okay.
The big shark boat.
Absolutely. But I want you to make the shark without the boat. You can keep the boat.
Probably the Ninjago dragons are higher on the list.
Yeah, I want you to buy all the ones I want.
You know what I say to my son when he asked me, it's like, Dad, can we get that? I'm like, yeah, you get a job, you can pay for it yourself. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
I'm too young to have a job, so
a lot of things on the list.
Yeah, I mean, the sets are really impressive. Like the monkey, I didn't watch the Monkey Kid cartoon very much, but I love the Monkey Kid sets. Although we can't get them in a store anywhere, which is crazy to me. So
we put a GIF on the screen where Monkey Kid's just like mama, me. That'd be amazing. That's actually my favorite scene from in the entire show.
Why don't you go do something?
Get away from me, kid! You bother me.
Coming the Small Paul show, which is not so.
You asked me to review some things. I reviewed some things.
Now he's all Statler and Waldorfing you. Oh, dad talk. Muted dad talk going on. There we go. Oh, me. So Small Paul's done with school. He's with you this month. Is that right?
Yeah, for June. So we'll make the trip to Brick World, and we're going to go, while we're in Chicago, we'll go see the Museum of Science and Industry, and we'll probably go see the Field Museum too. Go see some culture.
Some cultures. Cool deal. Yes, Pinky and the Brain, super amazing. All that revival of all those Warner Brothers did not really go anywhere. Unfortunately, I don't think. You put that up there too. Oops. There we go. Darn it. I lost the thing. You can put it back up there.
Yeah, it was just Nick's comment.
Iceberg's going to be at Brick World. Man, I'm going to miss it. I'm going to be all FOMO that weekend. They'll actually be we have VBS, and then we're helping another church do VBS the next week. So Brick World weekend, I will probably be comatose, just kind of resting up after a pretty busy couple of weeks, but I'm going to miss it. Really going to miss it. I don't miss the drive, but I miss this thing. Are y'all doing it all in one shot, or what are y'all doing?
Yeah, the drive up there on Wednesday, we're going to get up early and just hit the road and try to do that all in one shot. And then that way we'll be there. And then Thursday we can just sort of wake up and go set up stuff. And then on the way back, I've got some flexibility. Like I'd like to do the drive back all on Monday, but if I get too tired on Monday, we can always stop on the way back. So
stop in one of those weird hotels that we stopped at on the way back.
Yeah. So, it's a possibility.
That's cool. That's cool, Aubrey. We are always happy when you can make it. Yeah, that was it gosh, I can't remember what we stayed at on the Comfort Inn or whatever, and the breakfast was just terrible, absolutely terrible. So, like,
it was free.
It was free, but they were like microwavable biscuits or whatever. It was hilarious. Hang on, I'll be right back. My dog turned the TV on. I don't want to get a broadcast strike.
I guess Bo decided to flip some channels.
The same thing happened to Doug. Like, he sat on the remote and then something turned on.
Yeah. All of a sudden, what used to be headline news, now mystery, whatever, murder mystery was on. I'm like, who turned that on? And then Bo jumps out of the chair. He had turned the TV on. So anyway, well, good deal. Are y'all slipping back that Monday? Or are you going to slip? You want to go ahead and slide out Sunday night?
No, we'll probably wait and just leave Monday. We'll stay for the closing, whatever's on Sunday, and just maybe leave Monday morning, I guess.
Gotcha. Well, y'all have to hit the Portillo's and think of me when you get it dipped. You say, I'm getting it dipped for Giddens because Giddens wants to get it dipped. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to Portillo's.
The thing is, if we were to decide, and I've thought about it, I've tumbled the idea of going to the Tampa show. Our Atlanta Brick Convention is doing Brick Fan Fest in Tampa, and they're also doing one in Charlotte as well in the fall. The one in August, there's a Portillo's in Tampa, so that adds to the extra bonus benefit. Is like, hey, if I go down there, I can get my Portillo's. So my brother lives 45 minutes from where they're doing it, so that might actually be an option. So
was that in August? I don't remember when that was.
Yeah, like August the 20th or something like that. Jake will be back in school, unfortunately, so I'm sure his school starts.
He's old enough to be independent now, so you can just be like, bye.
Yeah, no, yes, but I would love for him to be able to go. One thing we had talked about when he gets out of school is going to Brick Fair, Virginia. I just don't think we've got budget for travel vacations like that this year, especially. I've got to do something for the 25th anniversary, which is in November, or in September. So Aubrey is here. Hello, Aubrey.
Hello. Trying to function with my phone.
That works.
It does.
There we go.
Hi, Aubrey.
Hi.
How are you?
Y'all were talking about Spider-Man, right?
Yay.
Aha, there you go. Are you going to go see the Spider-Verse movie when it comes out?
I hope so. Honestly, I haven't been to the actual theater since pre-COVID.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Everything is available streaming, so we just always wait. But Spider-Man is like my favorite, so we probably will go for this one.
All right. Tell us what are your different age, from us. What are your top tier Spider-Mans media wise, and then who's your favorite Spider-Man of the three movie Spider-Man?
Well, I feel like it's kind of not really fair. We didn't really get a lot of Andrew Garfield. I did really like him because I liked that those movies had Gwen Stacy. But Tobey Maguire's probably my least favorite. I just don't think those movies have aged very well.
The third one was not good to begin with, so we can go ahead and say that. So
yeah, I don't think they're bad. I just I would say Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, or Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland are like my two favorites. Don't really feel like they're comparable because we didn't get as much of the Amazing Spider-Man movies. But if we're talking about animation, Miles Morales is my top. So I think that that movie was, I'm very, very hopeful for the sequel. So
I'm just going to say it. This Spider-Verse is the best Spider-Man movie, period.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
I can agree with that.
it nails everything about it, even though it has a bunch of different Spider-Man characters in it. It still just gets everything that it should get about Spider-Man, and it somehow managed to avoid being a Sony commercial.
Yes.
Which other ones fell victim to, like,
yeah,
it didn't have a Nickelback song at the end, so
Well, it didn't have. I was thinking about the Tobey Maguire movie where there's like the random like city festival thing with Sony recording artist Maisie Gray, who was like disappeared, like she was there for 5 minutes in the early 2000s, and just Spider-Verse was just good. It was good.
Pure Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah, it was good. The music slaps, as the kids say.
That soundtrack.
The animation was great.
So good.
I mean, it just the style was great. The humor was great. The feelings were great. I mean, it was just it was all the way around really, really good.
Yeah.
All right, Maticus, what is your Spider vibe? Tell us your favorite.
I had to jump in, and when I saw Aubrey with her spider sweatshirt and everything, I was like, "Oh, let me just jump in and weigh in."
Okay. Not because we're here. Aubrey shows up.
Only because of Aubrey.
Okay, I get it.
No, I was listening to you guys. I'm just like doing brick stuff, and I was just like listening to you guys. And I was like, oh, Aubrey can take the time to jump in and talk. I should be able to do that too, to say hi to you guys. And then I heard you saying, Chris, that you're not going to be in Chicago, which is a deep disappointment to me. It was looking forward to seeing you, but Mark and I will just have fun without you.
I know you even came to Atlanta and I didn't come see you, so I'm sorry.
I mean,
listen, that's even worse.
We're probably going to go see the Flash while we're there. So.
We are. We're going to go see Flash. We're planning to do that. That's a more egregious, offense that I was in Atlanta last week at this time and you didn't. That's all right.
Well, it would have taken me about half the time it takes to get to Chicago to get to your part of Atlanta where you were.
No, I understand. Totally understand. I agree. Spider-Verse is fantastic. It's one of the best out there. For me though, I think the best Spider-Man movie is Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire, Doc Ock. It's just a top tier, one of the best superhero movies ever made. The way that it, captures his struggle of what it's like to be Spider-Man. I just like that one a lot. To me, that one holds up a lot. One of my favorite spider stories, spider things, is actually not any of the movies, but the 94 animated series. I really like that whole storyline a lot. I don't know if any of you guys have watched the Spider-Man animated series, but it's well worth. It's cheesy. It's you watch it, especially like the first season or so. You feel like you're definitely watching like a 90s Saturday morning cartoon. But once it gets into the main storylines and it touches on all like the big stuff. They even get to like Secret Wars and stuff in there later on. So I like that one a lot.
I remember watching it going, why is he talking to himself so much?
That's really funny. He does have a lot of like internal monologue, but like out loud, where he's like, "Oh, what are we gonna do now, Peter?" Like, but it's fun. It's goofy. You see him with his carrying out his relationship with Mary Jane and how that goes, and everything with his path to being Spider-Man, the symbiote. He mutates at one point into a giant spider, which was kind of weird.
We get the bare arms that come out of his thing.
Yeah.
That's from the comics. Yeah.
It's a cool. There's a lot going on. He crosses over with the X-Men a few times. It's a good story.
I'll have to watch that. I haven't seen it.
That's good. It's on Disney Plus. It moves. I think there's only like 5 seasons. They didn't finish it. The only thing is that it ends on a big old cliffhanger.
Oh.
So,
that stinks.
I think they should give it the treatment like they're doing with X-Men for Disney Plus. X-Men is getting a reboot, or they're finishing the X-Men series, so they should do that for Spider-Man.
Do y'all remember, was it X-Men Evolution, the cartoon that was on? I actually really liked it. It was like they were all in high school or whatever, and they just kind of disappeared. It didn't last very long.
I haven't watched it. I know what you're talking about. I haven't watched it. I think that's also on Disney Plus.
It was pretty good.
I have the original X-Men animated series. That one's great too. I haven't finished that whole thing, but X-Men animated is good.
Yeah, for me, Tom Holland is just the heartthrob.
I love Tom Holland. I think I have to go.
Mark and Chris.
I think I like Maguire best. I think it's Maguire, Tom Holland, and then
I like Tom Holland the best because he actually seems like an actual high schooler and not
that's what I like.
Whatever. And I always thought Andrew Garfield was too good looking and too cool.
Yeah.
From the get-go. Before I ever saw a movie, I saw him and I'm like, he's too good looking and cool looking to like, because Peter Parker is a nerd. Mm-hmm. He's a nerd.
Well, maybe that's why it wasn't as successful. The Amazing Spider-Man wasn't as successful. So
yeah, I don't know. But I did really like how he was in No Way Home with the other guys and their interactions and stuff. And that was all great. I enjoyed it. But
I'm so happy that they did that in No Way Home. I think that was
so fun.
It was really fun.
I'm glad it wasn't just hey, we popped in, see ya. They were actually integral to the story, and that was good. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool.
The little girl. Yes, I do remember that one. The little girl that is like a Spider fan. I'm trying to remember that episode. There's so many.
Sick in the hospital or something like that, or
no, I forget. I'm forgetting the storyline right now. Just drawing a blank. It was one of those, one of those episodes in like the many episodes of that show. So,
yeah, they went on for quite a while. I remember. Was that was on before Batman the Animated Series and stuff was on? Is that right? When did Batman
around the same time? I think animated series might have been first. Batman might have been first.
Maybe so. And that is by far the best Batman. Top to bottom, by far.
The animated series is great.
Yeah.
Great. I heard you guys mention before something about the Batman. I really like the Batman. That is my favorite Batman movie.
The last Batman movie.
Recent Batman. I think Robert Pattinson is my favorite Batman. Well, no, actually, I'm sorry. The Lego Batman movie is my favorite Batman movie. But other than the Lego Batman movie, that's my favorite, live action Batman movie. Spider-Man and Booger versus Ogre.
You had to see Revenge of the Nerds. I don't.
I did. Oh, I actually just watched Revenge of the Nerds like 2 weeks ago.
What is Revenge of the Nerds?
I don't know what that is. It's that 80s, 90s movie.
It's an 80s. It's a good movie. It's just you gotta watch it. It's a comedy. It's very raunchy. It hasn't aged well in terms of what do I say, like political correctness, I guess, but it's hilarious.
The nerds win at the end, and as a nerd growing up in the 80s,
God, spoiler.
It was.
It's called Revenge of the Nerds, Aubrey. What did you think happens in the movie?
Maybe they don't win.
They don't get their revenge.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I can't watch everything, all right?
No, you can't, but you should watch this. It's only like 90 minutes. It's if you're looking for a quick, fun, cheesy 80s movie, it's a great one.
Look, I started Lord of the Rings.
I saw
extended versions.
Extended versions too.
I was strictly told that I could only watch extended versions.
Yeah.
So
the other ones don't exist. They're not real. It's a lie. Theatrical versions, they're not real. Don't.
If they would stream the extended versions, that would be even better. But they don't do that. So
yeah, they do.
Do they?
HBO Max.
On HBO.
HBO has
on
both
Max.
versions.
It's not HBO Max anymore.
HBO Max. Yeah. Peacock will not be following suit with the change of. From what I have heard.
Let's see, what does that say? Yeah, that's cool. Although he can't mention much about I think he can't mention much about being a Lego Batman because of copyrights and
the Warner Brothers and ownership.
Because he's Warner Brothers, Fox. Yep.
Aubrey, did you get to do lug bulk with the lug, or did you miss it?
I missed it.
Well,
I have plenty of
Ooh.
Pick a bricks.
Pick a bricks.
Nice tab.
Sitting around.
We love a good tab.
Have lots of sorting to do.
Has ours gotten new stuff? Because it's been like in a rut, it seemed like lately, but I don't get over there very much.
Yeah, no, I went to North Point last week and they had a couple of things that I hadn't seen yet, but I think it was just because the last time I went there were a couple of spots that were empty. So
we have the unfortunate luck of being in the same distribution hub as Orlando, so Orlando sucks up a lot of the bricks that we should be getting. So because demand is worse down there. Summer will make it even worse with all the vacationers and everything. So
we get the dregs.
We do. Bitter dregs.
They don't send us anything good in New Jersey, so I've had like 2 or 3 good pick up recalls here, and the rest is just like we'll see.
Well, that's because you've got landmark stores down in New York and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. So New York, I've seen decent stuff in New York, but it's not. I don't often get to go to the Lego store in New York. It's often, let's go to New York, me and my girlfriend, to do like a couple things, and for a reason to go to New York, and it's like only so often that I can be like, hey, can we also go to the Lego store while we're doing whatever it is. Yeah.
So I have good news. I've got my army of Pratts here, and I now have this Pratt to add to the army of Pratts, and it's literally the same head. I just thought I would let everyone know that
it's like, yeah,
it's the same head. They don't even bother changing the head.
Well, I love that it looks like there's like a video error going on when you hold up all those Pratts right there. So here's the
it's like
or like he's running really fast.
That's really funny. It does actually.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that the third one, the newest one.
Oh, it's fine.
It is good.
Fine.
It's fine. Okay, I just feel like everyone's been like freaking out about it, like it's so good.
Like it's so good? The newest Jurassic movie?
No.
Guardians 3.
Guardians.
Oh, I also feel like that's fine.
I honestly have not been keeping up with Marvel stuff lately. Content overload. I couldn't do it.
Content overload. Yeah.
I think I went into Guardians expecting one emotion and was hit with other emotions that I wasn't prepared to deal with.
Yes.
Especially when it comes to kids and small children or small animals. And so it emotioned me differently, but I enjoyed it. And it was a good end of the tail kind of thing that I liked, but it's like, don't be mean to the animals and the kids. Just,
God.
Excellent way to sum that up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's animals that aren't treated nicely.
Oh. Okay, I'm glad I haven't seen it yet then.
It's worth seeing. You need to see it, but it's just, if you're expecting another fun time with the Guardians, it's not that. It's not a fun hang with the Guardians.
It's an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
Well, is it the last one? Or are they
now?
More? No. Yes, no.
Well, they can make a new Guardians, but they had already said a lot of the actors aren't coming back. So
yeah,
it's Dave Bautista and well, my mind just went blank. Gamora.
Zoe Saldana.
Zoe Saldana. The two of them have specifically said they don't want to come back for more.
They're done.
But everyone else, I don't think, have really refused or said they wouldn't.
Yeah. It just depends what they feel like doing with the story. So they'd have to do a new director because, James Gunn is doing DC now. And who knows what that would feel like. I don't know if you really can do the Guardians without James Gunn. So
it would be hard too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, they are popping fireworks around, and I'm going to have to go drug my dog. So he's acting crazy. So he does not like fireworks. We used to live in the country when we lived up in Floyd County in Rome, and maybe one person set off fireworks. We live in a very densely populated city full of rednecks, and so everybody blows things up all the time. So That's Kennesaw for you. That's probably gunfire, not just fireworks, but that's just Kennesaw. So I'm gonna have to take care of the dog. So I'm gonna end the show, but you guys hang out after the show and everything. Thank y'all for being here today. Thanks for hanging out with us. Be awesome, build awesome. If you see someone who has served our country in any way, thank them. And we are grateful for those that we honor on Memorial Day. So have a good evening, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.